Hello everyone, welcome to the 8th episode of Story with Ali. Today I'm going to interview Jeremy. He is an American baseball player from US. He has been in France for the last 2 years. Let's get to know his story with us today, and don't forget to watch the arm wrestling match between me and Jeremy, and as well the most important part of the interview, which is get an egg, where he could be Cristiano Ronaldo, he could be Lionel Messi, he could be Henry Cavill or Shah Rukh Khan from Bollywood. So keep watching Story with Ali. Today I'm here with Jeremy. He's an American baseball player here in France. He came here in France 2 years ago, so let's get to know his story with us today. How are you, Jeremy, today?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Welcome to Story with Ali, and we would love to share your story with us today. So tell us about your childhood. When did you start playing, and what was your favorite sport when you were a kid?
So when I was a kid, I was obsessed with American football. My father played American football, and I think it's pretty natural to want to be like your parents. So I was obsessed with American football, but my parents wouldn't let me play until I was 15.
Okay.
So when I was 10, my aunt gave me a baseball glove, and I had never really considered baseball. I thought it was kind of a boring sport.
Okay.
But I said, okay, let me give it a try. So I signed up to play in the spring, and basically from the first time I tried it, I really loved it. I was terrible at it at first. It's the kind of thing that it takes a lot of practice, and it's hard to get used to when you're just starting. So I was terrible at first, but I felt really driven to continue with it. And so I kept playing, and yeah, here I am.
Perfect. And what does it mean to you when you are in the field with multiple competitors? What are your feelings when you play this game? What goes in your mind?
So honestly, I play a position that's very mental. So I'm the pitcher, so I'm the guy who starts each play. I throw the ball to the catcher.
Okay.
And it's kind of a one-on-one competition between you and the batter at that point of the game. So there's a lot of mental aspects to it. The pitcher kind of controls the game, so you have to be thinking about managing a lot of different aspects. But you're also repeating the same thing over and over again. So I'm the starting pitcher normally, so I throw somewhere between 70 and 100 pitches per game usually. So it's something you do over and over again. So you have to be very calm mentally. So I find a lot of peace doing it actually. I used to get really nervous, but nowadays it's kind of just like something where I'm out there by myself. I'm focused on what I'm doing, and I find it really relaxing, and it's fun because you're competing with someone else, and it's just you and them. There's no one else who can really influence it.
Good to know. And was it your passion to continue this sport?
Kind of. So it was my big dream as a kid to play baseball at university. So I was able to do that, and then I kind of wasn't the experience that I wanted. So I figured I needed to try something else. Baseball had been like my singular passion for most of my life, so I wanted to take some time to try other things. So I tried some other sports afterwards, and then when I moved here to France, I needed a way to make friends, and I needed to get involved in something. So I came here, and it was cool. I kind of found it again.
Right. And why not football? Why not rugby? You could have been playing next to, I would say, Lionel Messi or Cristiano, or maybe against them. Why not football? Why not rugby? Why not tennis?
So football is not, like soccer is not really, like, especially when I was a kid, wasn't so well known in the US. Okay. I don't know, I liked tennis as a kid, but I never really played it. Like I like to watch, but I never played it. And then my parents wouldn't allow me to play American football because it's kind of hard on your body, and
of course
my dad didn't think it's really a fun thing for kids until they're like older anyway, or like it's not really worth it. So I'd done basketball, which I really liked, but I just found that I liked baseball the most. So
perfect. And bring us back to your first experience when you were a kid, and when you tried for the first time. What were your emotions, and how did your family support you?
Well, it was a lot of frustration because I was bad. So I was probably the worst player on my team my first year, but it was a learning experience, and I liked the learning part. But my parents have always supported me. Like, they come to almost all of my games as a kid, and you know, they provided me with everything that I needed to play, and yeah, they were really supportive. So.
Right. And as you said, you have been practicing this sport since you were a kid. So I would say, do you still have the same passion that you have had back in your early stages?
Probably. I think it's changed some over time. Like I'm not so driven as like a dream anymore. Now it's something that I do because it just makes me happy.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, I'd say it's there. It's probably more similar now to when I was a kid because I'm just doing it because I like it.
Okay, good to know. And you still like do you play any other sport when you have free time?
Not currently. So I had played volleyball some, and I actually did play like soccer while I was still in the U.S. But I don't think I would cut it in any soccer team here. I'm not very good at that, and yeah, I stick to baseball for now.
Okay, and if you could pick one athlete to be, could be anyone, who would you choose and why?
So my favorite pitcher in baseball is Clayton Kershaw, so it'd probably be him. I've always really admired him, but also there's Shohei Ohtani, who's probably the best player in MLB right now, so maybe him.
Right, and as you said, you took this sport as a hobby. So do you think you have given best of your effort to this game, or do you still think you need to do more to have more interest in this game?
I think that I've given, my best. There's always things that I would go back and change if I could, but for me, I can't really worry about the past. And I think now when I come out, I help coach with the club here. I try and, show the guys who do come to practice like what I can. I try and have a good attitude as well. I think that's important, especially for someone like I'm American. It's like my country's big sport.
Yeah, of course.
So I want to, show that it's a good time, and I want to have a good attitude and show that it's fun for everyone.
Right, so. Perfect. And what if you were not in this? What if you, if it was not your hobby, where you would have been? Like, you would have been having another hobby, another sport or something? Probably.
So I was pretty into skateboarding when I was younger, and I tried getting back into it a few years ago. So I brought my skateboard and everything when I moved here. But once I started doing baseball, I started spending less time skateboarding just because it's more consistent. Like, it's something where I can go and actually hang out with people and be around people, whereas with skateboarding, it can be pretty individualistic sometimes. So I think this is probably better from a social standpoint.
Right. And I'm going to ask you a personal question. Did someone or something break your heart?
Yes to both. I've had, relationships in the past where I was pretty sad when they ended, but also I think when I played baseball at university, that was my big dream, and I was like in the team, but I didn't play a lot. Okay. So it didn't go the way that I'd always dreamed about, but I think it was still a good experience for me. So I don't know, sometimes I feel sad about that, but I'm also still happy that I was able to accomplish my dream. So I guess it's kind of bittersweet.
Perfect. And do you have any advice for the young people who wants to practice this sport or who wants to be part of this game?
Yeah.
Message for them?
So I would say that baseball is a really easy sport to stress in. So you only have a limited amount of chances per game where you actually get a chance to do something to influence the game. And it's very easy to make a mistake and then continue thinking about that mistake, and that kind of takes away a lot of the fun from it. So I would say to remember that you're out here to have fun, and that even if you make a mistake, it's something that you can continue playing for all your life, and so that mistake is going to pass very easily. And it's easier to forget about it than it is to hold on to it and keep making more mistakes.
Perfect. We are glad to have your story today with us. Thank you so much, Jeremy, for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys, for being our audience today. So keep watching Story with Ali, because we are going to the next segment, which is arm wrestling between me and Jeremy. As well, the last segment, which is Get an Act, where he could be Lionel Messi, who could be Cristiano with the Sioux, or Henry Cavill, or could be Shah Rukh Khan from Bollywood. So keep watching Story with Ali. That's Jeremy. Do it today. Come on. Hi.
I'm not much of an arm wrestler. It's gonna be a minute.
Did it. So here we are with Get an Egg. Let's see who he is going to present today. Jeremy, are you ready for that?
I hope so.
Please shuffle and let's try your luck today.
Okay, so just go ahead and grab one?
Yup.
Okay. So I got Henry Cavill with the Fallout Punch.
So do you know how to do that?
Yeah.
Let's give it a try then.
Alright, so it's...
that was a good one.
Okay.
Thank you guys for being our audience today.